Welcome to Lego Brad 86 live broadcast. I'm going to show you my gaming pickups for when it gets too far underway. Since I am Catholic and Lent is a big thing, I gave up purchasing video games, video game consoles, Lego sets, and anything else I collect. Doesn't mean I can't live stream, and I will get the winner, their Lego Marvel Superheroes. That is the only video game I can buy because I am sending it to somebody else, not for my collection right here. So if you would like to enter in that giveaway, please like, comment, and subscribe in the video on which version you want. Do you want the Switch version, the Xbox One version, the PS4 version? Winners will be announced the second week of March, since I will be on vacation the first week. And then I will put all the names in the hat, draw it, and announce the winner the second week of March. And by the end of the second week, you should have your video game sent to you. Now I'm going to show you the PS4 games first, and then I will go from there. So I got the Lego Movie, video game, Jurassic World, Lego The Hobbit, Back to the Future, the video game, Dragon Ball Fighters, Stardew Valley, Atari Flashback Classics. All really good games. And then for the Virtual Console on the PS4, I got my PlayStation Plus so I could play Dragon Ball FighterZ. And for this month, the games were Rhyme, Knack, and Grand Kingdom. And the only issue that I have with Rhyme is when you restart a new game, everything that you found in the previous game is still in your inventory the next time you play when you start a new game. If they could somehow put it where everything respawns back where it was, so that people like me that like playing through a game once before having to actually film me playing the game, so I know what I'm doing and so I can do a quick run through of it, can tell the audience and show the audience where things are and what they need for their gaming needs. Another couple virtual consoles, since I never really go into what I have on my virtual console. I've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I've got Undertale, King's Quest, the first of 5. I haven't purchased the entire game. Risky's Revenge, Director's Cut, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, only because the limited run copies are too expensive in my eyes right now, with all the scalpers that bought all of them and then are reselling them for $120, $140. And then a lot of free-to-play games: Battle Ages, Battle Islands, Clicker Heroes, Gems of War, Adventure Pop, Spelunker World, Frozen Free Fall Snowball Fight, and Onigiri. I didn't get to complete. There was a game that came out when I first got my PS4 that was free to play, Quare Library, and they cut out they cut it out of the system before I could basically finish playing it. And then for betas, I've got Death Tales and Indivisible Prototype, which both are fun games. I mean, Death Tales, it only shows half the game that they will allow you to see that they're working on, and then Indivisible. Basically, when I got my PS4, it was basically a tech demo for a game that could possibly come out. I don't know if it's been canceled or not. I haven't seen anything about that yet. I just wanted to share with you what I had on my virtual console on that end. I bought the protection pack for the Nintendo Switch as I will be traveling out of state and need to protect my Switch on my travels. Now, I bought a couple of Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. Mary Kate and Ashley Pocket Planner, and it is actually a pocket planner with 4 or 5 mini games in it. The only problem is the copy I got, the batteries run dry. Yes, it does work in 2017, but the batteries run dry in this first copy of the game, and I need to get a new battery before I can use this as an actual planner for when I'm doing videos and stuff. And then I got Turok 2, Turok, I think this is Turok 1, Battle of the Biosaurs. Basically an action platformer. You battle dinosaurs and enemies. And then, funny story, I bought this a couple weeks ago at a local video game store called Movie Trading Company. Now, when I got it, I didn't notice that the seal, it was completely sealed in box. I did not notice that the seal and part of the box was damaged. Now, that would have thrown up a red flag if I had noticed it, because that would have meant the game wasn't in there. It came complete in box with manual, instructions, and everything, but no game. So, I called up Movie Trading Company and said, if you got the game. And they said, we don't have it at our store. We will have you switched out with another store. And so, last night I got Crash Bandicoot 5, The Huge Adventure, for Game Boy Advance. Now, I paid the $9.99 for this because it didn't have the game in it. I traded the box in for the game, and they said, oh, the box doesn't have the game in it. We're just going to throw it away. So they let me keep the box, and I basically paid what I purchased for the game complete in box for just the box and got the game for free. And then, of course, the Super Nintendo games that I've gotten were Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City. It is one of the best games to get on a budget. I spent $10 on this, which shout out to SNES Drunk. He does cheap collecting videos where he explains what are the best games you can get on a budget, and this was on his thing. I've had a lot of fun playing it. Secret of Mana 2, you already know about. Now, I did some more research into Time Walk games, and just like Limited Run, they do very limited runs of games that did not come out in the United States, or games that were only exclusively for one console and are being ported over to other consoles. So this game, Secret of Mana 2, was very limited. like 400 to 600 copies total in the world were made for the U.S. launch of this. And it is, since it was only released in Japan, it is one of the best RPGs for the Super Nintendo, first and foremost. And Time Walk does an amazing job of making sure that everything that is in the game, all the all the voices, which are basically scroll script, are put in a way that is understanding to the English audience, but has everything that was in the Japanese wording in an English sentence, which makes it easy to read, easy to understand, and basically keeps it from being censored, since Nintendo of Japan never censored any of their games, whereas Nintendo of America kept doing that for years and years. It's about $120 if you buy it straight from Japan. This Time Walk game cart, since there was only 600 released for the US, and it's the best variant of this game, it'll cost you about $300 at your local game store. Yes, it is a repro, but since it like limited run games, it was only limitedly released, you can expect to pay a pretty penny for a complete in-box version, which is what I got. But at the same time, if you don't want to pay that much, look for a cartridge only. It's like $120 for just the cartridge. But the Secret of Mana 2 for the Super Nintendo by Time Walk Games is better complete in box because it comes with a map. It comes with scratch-off cards, which came in the NES library times. And I just wanted to show you a couple of my Lego pickups. I know that I don't typically do that on the channel. I did it once before, and it got a lot of views, and so I'm doing the Lego pickups either in the video game realm, or or if y'all would prefer, I can do it in a separate video that's just Lego oriented. Leave in the comments down below if you want to see just the Lego oriented or the video games pickups, or both separately or both together. So first of all, the newest set to my collection, the Ship in the Bottle, which is a pretty neat little set. Took me about an hour and a half to complete, and it was a fun little build. It looks exactly like what you would want a classic Ship in the Bottle that you would get in Europe or whatnot, and have shipped to the US for your desk or whatnot, for a classical type of desk feel. The second Lego set that I have picked up recently is, I'm a big fan of collecting for the Disney princess sets. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how. Probably because when I was watching Disney as a child, I fell in love with the movies. I'm not a girl, of course, so I don't buy it for the Barbie style of minifigures. I just buy it because I like the look and the feel of the actual films. My favorite film from the 1990s when I was growing up would have to be Little Mermaid. And so I've gone out of my way to collect every Little Mermaid Lego set that comes out. Yes, I collect all the other Disney princess sets as well, but Little Mermaid is my pride and joy of my collection. So, I got the wedding ship with Prince Eric, Ariel, and the dog. I don't know what his name is in the movie because it's been a while since I've watched it. Some of the features include liftable platforms, and then you can take this off and take this off. You've got the dance floor right there, and then it comes with a cake which goes on right there, and champagne glasses that go right there, and then you've got a treasure chest with Ariel's contract and a jewel from the sea and all that sort of stuff. It's actually a really neat set. Now, I didn't bring the entire set out because I have it as if it was their wedding day and they were having fun on the ship. I don't really like, once I build something, to have it morphed into something that I don't really like. It's also got Ariel's prep room and powder room for when she was in the film doing that. And let me grab this. It's got Sebastian as a DJ. Yeah, Sebastian as a DJ. So the turntables really spin. So I'm going to try, yeah, see, turntables really spin. He got his musical note sheet from when he was doing that orchestra at the beginning. You've got the trident of King Triton behind him. You've got Sebastian with his conductor stick. And you've got a little bit of seaweed sticking out of a rock to make it look more like it is actually in the ocean. And that's it for the game pickups, but I did want to show you a couple of Lego creations that I have created the past couple days, or the past couple weeks. One of them was behind my computer, of course. So, if you want to see how I created these, I'll be happy to do that in another video. Just let me know in the comments. I do read every comment, by the way. So, the first one, I didn't know what this would turn out into, but I created, you know, Batman Begins, where they have the microwave emitter. I created something that looks pretty darn similar to that, just out of basic bricks and plates. Now, there's a couple plates and stuff that are not, but as you can see, this is the basic thing. So I've got a very old car axle. I've got a couple of older car bumpers, couple plates that stick in there to make it look symmetrical. I've got 2 plates that you would use for hanging flags and stuff on these sides, and I've got a flat plate in white. I don't know why I chose white for this mock. And then, as you can see, these are very similar. So it is. So for one of them, it is two of these arches. Oh, one 1x2 brick. And then you could do a 4x4 plate in the same color as your arches or whatnot, or as I did in one, since I didn't have the 4x4 plates readily available, I did 2 1x4s and 1 2x2 plate, and then for the inside, there's 2 2x4s on one of them and 2 2x2s on one of them plates, and then you have a 1x1 plate right here and a 1x1 plate over here, and it's pretty much the same build on both sides. And then what you would do is, you see this top part, you would put one on one side and one on the other, and it would make it very symmetrical looking. And then you would put it on here, and I try and use symmetry in a lot of my builds, and I put it right there. Another build that I did was I did a big Star Cruiser, micro build Star Cruiser, Battleship Xenion, and I'm going to show you how to do the landing gear and how to do the transformation into the Earth Base 1 and the Battleship Zenith. And so basically you take this, put this right here. Be very careful when you're unfolding this. So you see how it's curved right here? You make it all one flat surface. You grab it from the sides or from the top, and you see this hinge, this hinge right here. Basically, if this pops off without the hinge being pulled down, you just pull down the hinge so it's even with the white right there, and then you put it down, and then you pull this down, and that's the locking mechanism for the second ship. And I'm going to take off the second ship. So to do that, you take off this piece. You move these two pieces down. You take off this piece. You take off this piece. And this is Earth Station 0, or whatever you want to call it. I called it Earth Station 0 since this is a space cruiser from Earth that I imagine for the future, not necessarily for right now. And then this goes right here, and then you take this piece, you take this piece, you put this right here. That creates a sliding mechanism for this piece to just stick there. And then I'm going to show you the locking mechanism and why I moved these two brown pieces down this way. So this goes like this, and this goes like this. And then you take the plate right here, slide this down, take this red plate right here, which I tried to use as much red and brown as I had, and then put that right there. And then this, you see these two studs right, these two plates right here underneath the brown, those go on these ones on the end, and it creates a fluid Star Destroyer type of look. And I was not really going for the Star Wars look, but I was looking for something that is easily recognizable and can fit into the palm of your hand. As you can see, this can fit in the palm of my hand. This can fit in the palm of my hand. This also has another transformation, a scout ship, which I'm just going to take off this piece, as you would only use the scout ship if these two were merged together, as they typically are. And the scout ship is nothing more than this. Two round things and a little plate on top. And what I do is I put it to where both sides are facing the same, and it becomes similar to, in Star Wars, the Cloud City Cloud Car, double Cloud Car. And that's just how I created this. I did not I did not use anything other than what I had in my plates bucket at home. And I can, of course, show y'all how to do that in another video if y'all would like to see that. If y'all don't want to see that, leave it in the comments down below as well. Leave me in the comments down below whether you want the Switch version, the Xbox One version, or the PS4 version of the Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, and whether you would prefer the special edition or the just plain old game in box. Doesn't matter to me. I'll buy whichever one that person wants, and send it out to them once they give me their address. Now, if you want, you can either, should you win, I will put my email address down, and you just have to email me your address so I can get it into my Amazon account. It might take a couple weeks for you to get the game, but because I'm not an Amazon Prime member, but I swear to you, it will come very soon. Once again, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like, you can donate to Patreon. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I do these videos just for the fun of it. I enjoy doing these videos, and I will see you in the next one. The next video will be after my trip, and I'm going to finish up Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 and then work on Undertale, which was a fan request. And everything's going to be a blind playthrough. The only thing that will be different is I'm hoping to get a capture card real soon so I can record and edit the videos on my computer instead of recording them outright on PSN, because PSN doesn't the internet in my house, for whatever reason, doesn't reach the PS4 console at a rate that it can work properly to fully record a video. And I've gotten really aggravated the past couple weeks at my recording sessions because I get through half the level, then I have to delete the recording session from YouTube, then I have to record it all over again because they cut it off, and then I'm having troubles with it actually working properly. So once again, I'm going to try refilming level 1 free play and hopefully get the entire level in, because PSN is not the best recording software on the market. I think the Xbox One is much better at recording stuff than the PSN, because the Xbox One is basically a computer. The PSN is a Blu-ray movie player converted into a video game console. That's just the way I look at it. Now, I do enjoy playing on my PS4, but again, there's not a lot of exclusives on the Xbox One at this time, and so I don't see myself buying an Xbox One and collecting for an Xbox One when there's really no point, when you can buy everything for the Xbox One either on PC or on Xbox anyway, or on PS4 anyway. So I mean, there's a couple exceptions. There's about 5 or 6 different games that are actually Xbox only, but at the same time, why would I want that when I can get all the exclusive games for PS4 and again only have 5 games in my library by all the exclusives and the co-op and first party that's on both the Xbox One and PS4, other than 5 to 10 games, and that would be my Xbox library. If I'm gonna purchase it, I'm gonna purchase it on one console, If I need to play it on another console to get a different gaming experience, which is why I bought the Switch. I like seeing what each console brings to the table. I purchase a console that's worth my value, my time, and my money. The Switch is worth my time, my value, and my money because it has all the classics, it has all the current gen stuff, and it has stuff that I have not yet gotten for the PS3, PS4 library, and so on and so forth that I would want to play. Now, I'm going for a complete set of everything, but at the same time, PS3 games are really cheap. Game Boy through Game Boy Advance is really cheap, price-wise, for the most part. I mean, there's about 5 games for the Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance in each of their respective categories. That is more money than I would be willing to spend for said game. But at the same time, I can upload those actual games to my SNES Classic and still have a good gaming experience. I don't need to have every game for the console. It's just I would prefer it. I'm not going to go out of my way to go purchase everything that I don't think is worth my time. Once again, I would like to thank everybody for watching this video, watching this small rant at the end of it, and good luck to everyone, and I hope you can win. Hopefully y'all enjoyed my first ever review on the channel last week. Once again, once I finish playing a game with y'all watching is when I will review each individual game. Once again, I will see y'all in the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And good luck, and God bless. Good gaming, everybody. Bye.